Guys, the King X1 here. I know it's been a while, like I even got my hair cut, because if you've seen my other videos, my hair is like this long. But yeah, today I'm coming back to you with a whole new Pokemon video. And today we're going to be looking at Pokemon who do not possess attacks that can do necessarily any direct damage. And we're going to look at their flaws and their strengths. So let's get right into it, and we'll see you on the flip side. Hello everyone, welcome back to the flip side. So as I was saying, we're going to be looking at Pokemon who do not possess the ability to attack their opponent directly, and we're going to be looking at their flaws and their strengths. So I've summed up that there are two types of Pokemon who do not possess the ability to attack their opponent directly. There's the useless ones, and there's the ones who actually have some use behind the fact that they do not really possess an attack. So we are going to start with the ones who are pretty much useless. Now, let's get into it with Starly right here. It's a pretty nice decor, but wait till you hear the attack. So the attack name is called for Pals, and it costs 1 random energy. It says search your deck for as many Starly as you like and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. So if you happen to have made your deck on your own, just like that, and are using it to fight another trainer, and you pick up this card and it's your only Pokemon, so you are forced to use it. Then if you use that attack but do not have any other Starly in that deck, then this card and that attack become pretty useless. Now, let's get into Shuppet. So Shuppet right here is a Psychic type Pokemon. So that's also a very nice decor. Anyway, so its one attack is called Haunt, and it costs 1 Psychic energy. So it says put 1 damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. But the thing is, it does not precisely say what kind of damage counter. So it can be useful in the sense that you can make your way around this rule and put 100 damage counter on your opponent's card. Or, I don't know, you'd have to search around on Google and find out what this card really means. So it's pretty much not really useless, but kind of a mystery attack when it says like put 1 damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Is it a normal damage count of 10 damage, or can you go all out and put 100 damage on your opponent and kill him one shot? So that's where it gets a little bit weird and tricky with this Shuppet card. Now, for the last one of the useless cards, there is the Sneasel right here. Very nice drawing here. Honestly, they may be useless cards pretty much, but that doesn't make them ugly cards. Look at that. Anyway, so it has 70 life, and its one attack costs 1 random energy. It says flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, this could be useful in the sense that if you're lucky and it lands on heads and your opponent has like 1 or 2 energy on them, okay, fine. But if your opponent, first of all, does not need more than 1 energy to attack you, then chances are, if that person has had the chance to attack you with 1 energy, then your attack won't really do anything because that person needs only 1 energy to attack you. Or if your opponent has already had their fill on energies, then like taking out 1 energy won't do much for you. So in that sense, it's kind of a not really useful, but not really useless either. I mean, it depends on the circumstances. So it's a bit like the Shuppet card. Now, let's get into the cards who actually do have some sort of use behind them not being able to attack their opponent directly. Now, let's get into it with Drifloon. Drifloon here, notice that this card's edges are yellow because I think this was the first ever Pokemon card that I had back in 2015, 2016. So, it's a long time ago. So it has 50 HP, Psychic type. This Pokemon card here has 2 attacks. I'm going to read them both, and they both take 1 random energy. So Minimize is during your opponent's next turn, any damage done to Drifloon by attacks is reduced by 20 damage after applying weakness and resistance. So that is very useful if you are in a tough place and that your Drifloon, I mean, it already has only 50 HP. I mean, if you are down a bit lower than that, like at 40 HP, you're really going down. So Minimize is a very useful move because if you are a normal type Pokemon, it will be minus 20 and then minus 40 because of the Minimize move. So that is fairly useful if you are in a jiffy. Now the other move says Pull. So flip a coin. If heads, switch the defending Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Now that there is a very useful move to use if your opponent is way stronger than you. So if your opponent is a lot stronger than you, you can use this move and just switch that opponent with another one. And if you're lucky, well, the other one will choose an opponent, a card that is not very strong. So now let's get into Eradicate. So Eradicate here, stage 1, evolves from Rattata, 70 HP, normal type, blah blah blah. Now this one has 1 attack and 1 ability. Let's go with the ability. It's called Antibodies. So this Pokemon cannot be affected by any conditions, any special conditions. So if it already has any special conditions such as burn or poison, it can also remove those special conditions by using this ability, and also cancels out all special conditions from the attack you receive. That's a pretty darn nice ability. Now look at the attack. It says Dirty Shock. So now your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, and you discard all the Pokemon's tool cards attached to it. So that also is pretty handy if you want to put some minimal damage counters on your opponent and make a hard time for him or her by discarding all of his or her tool cards attached to that Pokemon. Now, let's get into Deerling here. It's one of those, I find that Deerling is one of those less useful cards, but still has some use to it and is so not considered useless. So 60 HP grass type Deerling right here has 1 attack with a random random energy cost. So it says find a friend. So search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So you can really pick the Pokemon that you're taking from your deck. So that is a very useful move if, well, this is your only Pokemon and you're in a tight spot. So this one move right here is pretty useful. Okay, time to get into Rowlet. Once again, this Pokemon here has an ability as well as a attack. So Rowlet, very nice picture here, has 50 HP and is a grass type. So let's go with the ability. It's called Sky Circus. So if you played Bird Keeper from your hand during this turn, ignore all energy in this Pokemon's attack cost. So this would be very useful, once again, considering the circumstances. So if you do have the Bird Keeper card in your hand, then this ability is very useful. But if you don't, then it's kind of useless. But his attack kind of makes up for it, as long as you have the energy. As you can see, it takes 3 random energy just to do 1 attack. But the attack still does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, without applying weakness and resistance, so that is a plus for you. So that means that, let's say, you have a Rowlet in play, and your opponent has, let's say, a Qualadin in play, and is getting ready to put in, let's say, a Charizard EX and wipe out all your Pokemon in one shot. Well, this Windshot move here, with this Windshot move, you could attack the Charizard before it's even on the board. So that would be pretty useful for you. if you really want to diminish its life before it comes on the board, so then it would be easier for you to defeat the Charizard EX, from my example. Now, for our last card for today's video, we are going in with Cramorant. So Cramorant is basic, 9 HP, water type, and has one move. It's called Spit Out Shot, and it takes 2 water energy. So this attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance. So I find this this attack useful for the same reason I find the Rowlet card useful. Because if your opponent is trying to put some energies on a stronger Pokemon card and then switch his active Pokemon with that stronger Pokemon card to wipe out all your Pokemon, then this move would really be good for you, because it would be able to attack that one bench Pokemon that is stronger than all your Pokemon and take out its life before it's even on the board. So after that, I'll see you guys back on the table. Okay guys, well, it's already the end. I showed you what I needed to show you, and that's that. So if you like this video, please demolish that like button and destroy that subscribe button as well, and please turn on the notifications to know when I pop out a new video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Elder King X1 is out.